The key to looking put together 90% of the time is you need to learn how to do your own hair.
I just wanna go back to how it was.
Especially for my curly hair, texture hair girlies, you need to learn how to do a silk press. That's just one of those hairstyles that I'm so grateful that I know how to do myself. And that's what this video is dedicated to teach you guys how to do your own at-home silk press. That way you can switch it up whenever you feel ready. If you're not familiar with my channel, I'm Asia Lee, so make sure you guys like and subscribe to support the channel. And let's go ahead and get into this video and show you guys how I did the silk press.
Okay, so let's get started. Today I'm going to be using a round brush blow dryer, which will definitely be linked down below. You're going to also need 4 satin scrunchies, as well as a Flexi Brush. This will be linked down below as well. A light Moroccan oil. This is a hair mist by OGX. Oh, also don't forget your heat protectant. I'm going to spray that throughout the hair as well. So now I'm going to begin the first part of sectioning my hair into 4. When you have really thick hair, I've learned over time it is so important to be patient in sectioning your hair off. Okay, so now that the hair is sectioned into 4s, I'm going to begin working on the first section. Now, like I said, when you're working through your hair, you don't want to work in big chunky sections. So I'm going to section it off a little bit more. And this is going to be the first part. So as you can see, I'm detangling the hair. And my hair is a little damp. It's not completely dry. That's the best way to work through the hair. That way you aren't breaking it off. And now once I've detangled it, now I can go in with the round brush blow dryer. You don't want to take the round brush blow dryer and just start ripping through your hair. Detangle it first and then you use the round brush blow dryer. And as you can see, I'm just taking my time, just working through it. I'm not worried about the ends. I'm focusing on the roots because you want to make sure that the roots are completely dry. Your silk press will not come out right if your roots are damp. That's where you get the hair that poofs up and it puffs up at the top, is because your roots aren't completely dry. Make sure your roots are completely dry. I just use my fingers to feel around and touch to see if it's completely dry. And then once it's completely dry, that's when I move on to the next section. Also, the size of the sections, I just make sure that they're not bigger than the size of the hair tool. So as you can see, the size that I'm pulling out is about the same size in width of the blow dryer. And I'm just continuing to do it to show you guys the motion and method and how I do it. So detangle, and then you go through the blow dryer. And then you work your way down to the ends, and then you just continue to repeat the process. And this round brush blow dryer is a game changer. It's so much easier than using a traditional blow dryer. And we are almost finished with the blowout part, and now that's done, and we're going to move on to the next part, which is the silk press. I did take a break because this takes a while. Okay, so now again I'm going to section it off into 4s. As you guys can see, I did decide to add a little bit more Moroccan oil, but again, don't add too much. Now with the flat iron part, today I'm going to be using the Conair ceramic flat iron. You want to do really flat, small pieces, okay? Especially if your hair is thick. Make sure the pieces are flat. If you are flat ironing your hair in chunks, it's not going to lay flat. So you want to make sure the pieces that you're pulling out are flat pieces. And I just use my fingers to feel if the pieces are flat, since I can't see the back of my head or the side of my head. So I'm just going to continue to repeat the process. That way you guys can see the method. And I am due for a trim, so I'm trimming my ends here. All right, and I'm just continuing to pass it through. Now try to avoid doing 2 passes, but sometimes if you gotta do 2 passes, you can do 2 passes. And as you guys can see, it's pretty easy. The main thing is you want to make sure that your hair is really clean, okay? And then you want to make sure you're not adding any heavy products. So I only add the Moroccan oil as well as the heat protectant. And as you guys can see, the hair is flowy. It's not stiff, okay? And now we're moving on to the front part. You guys see how tiny those pieces are. With my hair and how thick it is, it has to be tiny pieces. If you have a little bit more fine hair, you might get away with doing bigger chunks, but you want them to be flat and you want them to be small. Okay, and progress is being made. We're almost there. Now we're on to the final section, and I'm just gonna show you guys how to do the method just a few more times before we finish up, and that is it. So I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment down below for any more video ideas, and thanks for watching the video. See you guys in the next one.